countdown. Uh, Happy Flag Day. Here at our 51st anniversary of the Canadian flag. Now, 52, sorry. But anyways, and there's no video from Bob today. After accusing most of us as being a faker, he not backing it up. Where are you? Getting your jaw straight again to breathe? Oh, that took a lot of exercise and breath out of you. Saying what you say. Now, I found something interesting in the book I got yesterday. Right here at the beginning of it, in Matthew, right at the beginning, after all the you read all the names, but Jesus is born as a Jewish person. Yes, a Jewish person. And his job was to be the head of the Israel town. You know, the people. The people. He's going to be working for the people at the time, the Jewish people at the time in Israel. Not Rome, not Egypt at the time. One spot. Okay? There was Rome and Egyptian going back and forth and doing their business. But God didn't tell him to be their ruler or safer for the Romans. Just be the king of the Jews. That's it. That's chapter 2 and 3, 2 and 3, and 2 and 18. And I'm writing smocking now. And I'm surprised that that's what God gave Jesus to do, to rule one small part of the Middle East at the time. Okay? Not countries or the world. God didn't want him to be the ruler or helper. That's God's job. He had his son for one thing, to be king for one religion, the Jewish people. This is before somehow they make Jesus a Christian person. Yes. And this is right at the beginning, out here. And got me thinking, when did we add the world to Jesus' name? When Constantinople fell, as when Jesus and Christianity stepped right in. Even when Christ passing on Easter, people still believe in the old Greek and Egyptian gods. It was slowly weaning off, but it wasn't an overnight thing as some people make you believe. This is over time. And over time, when they first gather these pieces of paper, they figure he'd be a better as a Christian. So there you go, Bob. I know you read the Bible, and I'm the start. And already there's a loophole. Okay? He wasn't born a Jewish. I'm sorry. He was born like a Jewish, but he wasn't born like a Christian. As you know, I don't edit my mistakes here. That's how confusing it is for learning me, Jews as a Christian. I even get mixed up just telling you about it. Confusing, yes. It is very confusing thing to understand. This is why Again, the Jewish Bible, I think I probably believe it very more, but it's translated into English, just like this one, the Greek translation into English. You know, that's our problem. And that's what the Jews and the other people is fighting over on one special piece of land in the Middle East. Just because one book says it's better. Yeah, because a book. And then another book came out. Say that's a special spot. Well, in history, both of them are. It's both a special part. But there's just like two boys not sharing their toys. They could live side by side in the West Bank, but they don't want to. You know, that's the whole thing. That's the understanding since I heard about it when I was a kid. It's just two people just can't get along, two races. And how long has that been going on? Yes. So there you go. And of course the Greeks and the Romans marched in and screwed the Jewish life. And then, the Egyptians too, as the Jews go find a new homeland because, the Romans want more land. And they got more land. The Jews sent them to a new spot. That's where they are now. Okay? Yes, I'm using part of the Bible and the history of the world to do this because it works together. You can't really one without what the history books say. And because of that, Bob is always wrong. He's not comparing his Bible, the Christian Bible, to history itself and what happened. And if you know how people lived back then, there's more likely a female betrayed husband than a lesbian. Oh, a son don't want to listen to the father and the mother, as in the Ten Commandments. It was more like that back then. Because they wasn't afraid, lesbian and all that of the Bible. They was afraid of the government and the rules of the Roman people and so forth that say, no, that's against the law. Than Jesus himself. That's the thing. It took us many, many thousands of years to send up to the government and say, we are here. Now we are more than it was back then. We grew behind your back like we grew behind the Bible. So-called Bob meaning of it without he's thinking the Bible is the sayings meant for today's people. The message is for today's people. But if you think when they wrote this Bible, how life was back then. Okay? That, everyone, that's how it works. We basically forgot it, and maybe how it kind of ruined it in some ways. But think about it. Think about the Bible. It's there to guide you. It's a guidebook. It's not on the first page that you have to follow. The Ten Commandments doesn't say you have to follow all the rules, just these 10 rules, Bob. Yeah, there's a few things about us people there, but does the book say you must follow? No. A lot of people use the Bible as a guide for life, stories, and an understanding of Jesus. And there's songs in it, and stories, and a guide. And that's it. You can't use to rule your life with because God didn't want you to go follow a book. He just has why He gave you 10 simple rules of life. That what He's seen before Moses came. In that little town at the foot of the mountain. That's it. He's seen it. He wrote it down like the first top 10 and gave it to Moses. These 10 rules you have to, not every single rule like in a big book of a city bylaw. No, the Bible is not the city bylaw of the time. There is bylaw of government that wrote down on papyrus and stone. Okay? And that's what people like us were afraid of. And that's why we hide. And then we realize Jesus could save us too. That's before He died for our sins. Because as long as you keep it hush-hush, nobody knows except God and Jesus Himself. The same with all the sins. If you keep it to yourself and nobody knows, you're okay. It's just remember when you sin in hell, the devil knows too. So there you go, Bob. This is a better sermon. And you notice I didn't put my life in it. What matter with me or whatever. I know it's a little late because I went shopping because I got my paycheck. But I'm not going to go in detail like you do with your life when and yes, I got some bitchy complaints. And one person said, oh, I could see the handicap in here. To that person. Yes, I have handicaps. Some you can see, some you don't. Comment like that? Sheesh. I got really odd, real comments. But do I go bitch about them and, want to hit you right between the eyes and do like Bob do? With a book? No, I don't. And I don't really read these things out because it's between me and the complainer. The complainee. Okay? If you want to complain, okay. But I'm not going to drag your name in a comment like Bob do. If he doesn't like comment, he drags you to the mud and then to the Bible and then feed it to his lawyers. I don't have the money. And I know Bob doesn't have the money to do this. This is why he save. Bob, how much information you need to bring us down? You got enough for the last 9 months of proof. Use it. Because if you get too much proof, they going to take time to go through it. Like any other good court case I watch, too much is too much. You got enough proof now. Now do your damage. Okay, Bob? Because this video probably be on the pile of proof you have. And the next comment when you go on the line. That's the thing. You got enough. Come and get us. Okay? You got enough proof. Come and get us. Come on. Throw the lawyers at us. Get the cops after the secret police or whatever. I don't mind. And I just showed them your video of hating gays and lesbians and all that as a failed deal. Well, time is running short on me on this video. Have a good day. And I will put another video hopefully tomorrow about Bob.